Okay. I'm not playing the drum. I play the harmonium and I'm going to play the tambourine. Can we make an announcement?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome to Bhakti Yoga. So, a big welcome to all the wonderful guests who have come here for the Bhajan night with His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu. So let's Haribol. So I see a lot of new faces. So welcome. In case you don't know or you just got lucky, this is it's a world famous Bhajan night now, and I promise you'll have an amazing experience in the next several minutes. So request is please settle down as you have. More people are expected. So if you can sit closer and tighter, it's even better. So we'll leave space for more guests and friends as they arrive. And the format for tonight will be, of course, Prabhu will be leading us through many bhajans and kirtans, and it's call and response. So the words will be on the screen. So you can sing along, dance along. Let's leave enough space for dancing. And we also request, it's a very exciting opportunity and environment, and it gets better and better. But just to get the best experience, if you have any musical instrument or so, we want to limit the instruments to this side of the room. And if you feel excited to play something, you're welcome to come to the front, and we can talk and see how we can, get you integrated into the program. But please, let's keep the instruments at one place. So with no further ado, welcome to Bhajan night with Vaisesika Prabhu.
Let us first offer our respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Can remember how he came to a park in New York City and chanted the mantra that we were all just chanting. And because he continued day after day, after some time, people could actually perceive something in the mantra that they can't perceive anywhere else, or they couldn't perceive in the sounds they had heard in the world that they were born into. This is one of the first signs of one's spiritual advancement in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, is that there's a sense that there's something mysterious about the mantra, something moving about it. We can't tell what it is, but it moves us to dance. And that's what happens in Thompson Square Park around 1965 when Prabhupada was chanting there. And because the mantra is Krishna himself, he enlightens the chanters. He not only enlightens the chanters, but also those who listen. As it says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janiyat Yashuvairagyam Jnanam Chayadahaitukam. When one performs devotional service, then naturally we get knowledge and detachment from the material world. And those who were hearing the chanting in that park in New York City, amidst so many other sounds, started to feel attracted to it and wanted to come closer to the chanter. And when he invited them to come and hear some classes on Bhagavad Gita where he explained the science behind the chanting, they gradually were revived spiritually and wanted to take up the practice of bhakti. So just by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, everything can be achieved. We can overcome all the obstacles of the material world by chanting. In fact, in one of the places where the Hare Krishna mantra is introduced, in the Kali Santarana Upanishad, the mantra is named, it's listed, the entire mantra is printed. And then the verse says that in this Kali Yuga, one can overcome all obstacles by this chanting. Especially important is coming together as a group and chanting the mantra, because we get the benefit of the enthusiasm and the spiritual advancement of others around us who are chanting. We see others experiencing spiritual rapture in hearing the mantra, and then we realize, oh, maybe I'm feeling it too. So we can take some time now to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Just listen to the sound vibration. Worship the sound vibration. It's not different from Krishna. Feel free to give your heart to the vibration. You can fold your hands at some times if you wish to show more reverence to the name as we're chanting it. If you ever feel like standing up to dance or sway, you can do that also. All these are the method that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said was the prime method in this age of Kali Yuga for attaining complete perfection in spiritual life. So our obeisances go out to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who brought this mantra, planted it in New York, and then it went all over the world. And also to the Panchatattva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and he came 500 years ago specifically to give relief to the world and reveal the spiritual world. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Parastasmat tu bhavo nyo vyakto vyaktat sanatana yaktak sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu navinashyati. He said, beyond this world that gets destroyed all the time, or right before our eyes, there's another world which is never destroyed. That's the spiritual world. He said, that's my abode. He talks about it in general terms. But the ways that one can go to that spiritual abode are taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The lifestyle that one can take up very simply, even here in Toronto, through which one can transform one's heart and actually live in the spiritual world as one is going to work, going to school, doing everything one has to do to live within the present bodies that we're in now. So our obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Panchatattva. Hare Krishna. And to all of you, my humble obeisances, thank you very much for walking the earth. All of you are special souls because you're dedicated to the practice of Krishna consciousness and to chanting the holy name and to helping so many other people. And it's really what the earth needs now, is those who can help to spread this, you can play, you can help to spread a sense of direction. People don't know which way to go in the world anymore. They're assailed by various kinds of miseries, and they don't know the way out. It's very confusing. In the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was a devotee named Tapana Mishra, and he read too many books. He was a great scholar. Then he got confused, and he didn't know what the path was in life, what he should do. And then he had a dream that he could meet with an effulgent Brahmana who would instruct him. And the next day, there in East Bengal, what is now East Bengal, he met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he asked him, I don't know what to do. What should I do? And what do you think he told him? It's 3 words. He said, chant Hare Krishna. And just by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will become clear. And there was another devotee named Subhuti Roy, and he got into some complication in life. Anybody here ever get into any complications in your life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, my life is so complicated, I have no idea what I should do. And what do you think Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him? It's 3 words. Chant Hare Krishna. It's a serious practice, chanting Hare Krishna. Ai Mukta Kalera Pasimana, the great sages who are liberated, says Rupa Goswami, they do this. So we might want to look into it. And it does solve all our problems. It's the pinnacle of spiritual practice, the chanting of Hare Krishna. So let's chant Hare Krishna, and then we'll also sing some bhajans. Bhajans are windows to the spiritual world, written by great saints. They express their heart in poetry. Everyone loves poetry and music. We revere the great artists of the world, those who can write in verse that attracts our minds and hearts. We like the aesthetic because the spiritual world is all beauty and Krishna is all beauty, and we want to experience that, and we do so through literature, through art. And when it's spiritual music, spiritual literature, spiritual prose, how much more does it attract our mind and heart? So we'll sing some bhajans by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and we'll sing the Jagannath Ashtakam if we have time for all these things. And we'll start tonight just with a simple tune of Hare Krishna, and we can get absorbed in the mantra itself. And then we'll go on to a few other tunes. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Sri Mate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Shesha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Everybody. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone please. Jaya Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Ganadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Medium. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Downbeat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Last chance now. One more. Hare Krishna. Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. And now. Vipina Sangita Kuravo Murabiri Nariva Dana Kamala Svadamudupa. We're just coming around the world from Jagannath Rath Yatra. The residents of Vrindavan who had come to see Krishna at Kurukshetra, because for 107 years they were in separation from him in Vrindavan. He had gone off to Mathura, then of course transferred all his devotees and himself to Dwarka. And then on the occasion of the eclipse of the sun, millions of people were coming to Kurukshetra. And in Vrindavan, some heralds came playing drums and announcing that Krishna, king of Dwarka, would be coming to Kurukshetra. And of course, the residents of Vrindavan then found the perfect time to come and reunite with Krishna. So Krishna in all his opulence as the king in Dwarka came on a chariot. There were elephants and millions of soldiers. And the residents of Vrindavan, who are simple village residents, came there with their wagons to see Krishna. And there in Vrindavan, they were pining for Krishna. Although they were with him, they were saying, please come back to Vrindavan. And the pastime of pulling on the carts, I think the gain is a little, is this pastime in Kurukshetra when they wanted Krishna to come back to Vrindavan. During the Rath Yatra ceremony in Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we know as Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Krishna comes as himself in Kali Yuga, but is the combined form of Radha and Krishna. So he comes to taste the devotion of his best devotee, Srimati Radharani, because Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, but Srimati Radharani enjoys more than Krishna, because he's the object of love. And he's the one who's loved. So to taste the unlimited happiness that Srimati Radharani feels, he comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this most esoteric, or as Prabhupada said, the feeling festival of Rath Yatra, is this pinnacle of separation when the residents of Vrindavan come to Kurukshetra. But although they're beholding Krishna, they're still pining for him, because they're saying, not like this, not amidst all these soldiers, not with you wearing these opulent crowns. We want you in Vrindavan. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the Rath Yatra in Puri would go there with all his devotees, and they would have kirtan. He would select the kirtan performers, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would dance. And while he was following the procession or walking in front of the carts, he would sing a song over and over again, and no one could figure out why he was singing it, because it was a secular song. In fact, it was a song that was given as an example of what not to sing. It was a story of a tryst, of an affair that a young woman had with a man before she married him. And then later on they were married, and she's with her husband thinking, this is very nice, but I still want to go back to those times. On the bank of the Reva, under the Vatasi tree, I remember how the night was. Then we were truly in love. So why was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu singing that song? No one could tell. They were thinking, here's a sannyasi, a monk, and he's singing this song, secular song, about a love affair. But two people understood well. Swarup Damodar knew why he was singing it, and so did Rupa Goswami, who heard him. And later, Rupa Goswami, who's described in our Mangalacharana, Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadahmayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Because when he heard the song at the Rath Yatra, he understood the heart of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and why he was singing the song. Therefore it said, Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam. Rupa Goswami knows the heart of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We're followers of Rupa Goswami. He's an intimate associate of Krishna in the spiritual world. And he comes to serve Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during his pastimes. Rupa Goswami then wrote a parallel verse explaining why it was that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing the song, explaining that the residents of Vrindavan, or Srimati Radharani in particular, is in Kurukshetra but praying, please come back to Vrindavan. You're the same Krishna, I'm the same Radharani, but this is different. I want to go to Vrindavan. I want you to come back to Vrindavan. And that's the pastime of Rath Yatra, as we're pulling the carts. And in Puri, they're pulling the carts and they're going to the Gudicha Mandir. So, since Lord Jagannath is here, we can sing this song, the Jagannath Ashtakam, together. And it goes in this meter. Kadachit kalindi tata vipina sangita karavo. Do you have that? Kadachit kalindi tata vipina sangita karavo. Mudhabiri nari vadana kamalasvada madhupa. Rama Shambhu Brahma Rapati Ganesha Chittapado. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu. Everyone together can follow. Second line. Dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vididhate. Sada Srimad Vrindavan Navasati La Parichayo. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Natha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Kripa Paravarasa Jala Jalada Shreni Ruchiro Ramavani Ramasu Adamalapanke Ruhamukha Surendra Aradya Shruti Gana Shikha Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Rata Rudho Gacchanta Milita Budeva Patalai Stuti Pradhurbhavam Pratipadamapakanya Sadaya Daya Sindhur Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Parabrahma Pida Kuvalaya Dulot Kulanayano Nivasini Ladrani Itacharano Nantashirasi Rasanando Radha Sarasavapura Lingana Sukho Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Abhayache Rajam Nachakana Kamanikya Vibhavam Nayache Hamram Yamsa Alajanakam Yambadavadhum Sadakale Kale Pramatapatina Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Bharatam Samsaram Dhrusastaram Asaram Sudapate Ratsam Papanam Vitatim Aparam Yadavapate Ahodine Nate Nihita Charano Nishitamida Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. We'll sing the last verse in a raga called Shiva Ranjani. The last verse, Jagannathashtakam punyam yapatit prayata suchi sarvapapi vishudhatma vishnu lokam sagachati. It's a benediction. Anyone who sings this song goes back to the spiritual world. And we sing it like this. Jagannathashtakam punyam Yapatet prayata suchi sarva papa vishuddhatma Vishnu lokam sagachyati. Like this. Jagannatashtakam punyam Yapatet prayata suchi sarva papa vishuddhatma Vishnu lokam sagachyati. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Medium. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Rama Rama Hare Hare Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Bhaktivinoda Thakur took the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and made them available to the whole world. And one of the ways he did it was to bring songs to the streets and beautiful tunes. So the next song, Radha Krishna Bol, is in stark contrast to the Shiva Ranjani we were singing. It's a brighter tune, of which I'll need the tambourine, for which I'll need. You usually start around Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolore Shobai. And in this song, he's asking everyone to chant Hare Krishna. Can we do that? All day long? Yeah? He says in this song that one day Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda were dancing down the streets of Nadia. And they were singing Radha Krishna Bol Bol, Bolore Shobai. Everyone chant Radha Krishna. And then they told people who are walking here and there going to work, Miche Mayar Bhoshe Jacho Beshe Kacho Habu Dubu Bai. Everyone say Habu Dubu. First, let's get a little tune going here. We need a little background. Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolore Shobai. Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolore Shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolore Shobai. Radha Krishna. You keep going. Now say Habu Dubu. Now say it 3 times. This is the sound in Bengali. It's an onomatopoeic expression, means bubbles are coming up. So he's saying here that you're drowning. That feeling you have where you can barely get your breath. Anyone? Anyone? Thank you, sir. This is the drowning in the material world. One thing happens to the next. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are or where you are. Everyone's assailed by the lower energy of the material world because we're incompatible. We're spirit souls. We're light. We're full of it. Joy. The material nature is dead. It's jada. And when we associate with it, we get disappointed over and over again. We get overwhelmed by it. So he says, unless you take to this process to uplift yourself, to come to the light, Miche Mayar Boshe Jacho Beshe Kacho Habub Dububai. Basically he's saying, Miche, your life is wasted. You're wasting your time on TikTok. And you're drowning in the material nature. Then he says, Jeev Krishna Das A Bishwas, move it up 1, please. That's, if you just say, I'm a servant of Krishna. Say I'm a servant of Krishna, I dare you. A servant of Krishna. You got to say it a little harder though. He says, there's no more misery for you. Jeev Krishna Das E Bishwas Karle to Artukonai, because we're constitutionally happy in service, selfless service. We don't want anything returned. There's various motivations for moving in this world. One is out of fear. Next is out of prospect. What am I going to get in return for this? Above that is duty, dharma. I'm doing it as the right thing to do. This is more noble, but the highest is out of love. And in the spiritual world, everyone moves out of a sense of love, no fear, no prospect. I don't want anything in return. When we're unburdened by this idea that I have to get something for this, but I'm serving selflessly, we're actually happy, he says. And then he says, Krishna bolbe jabe pulak hobe jorbe anki bolitai. If you go on chanting Hare Krishna, let's try. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. He says if you keep that up, soon your heart's going to melt and tears will come to your eyes. And you'll feel happy for no reason. You'll just feel joyful and overwhelmed by this connection to the spiritual realm through the holy name. And then he says, Radha Krishna bolo shange cholo e matra bhika chai. Bhika means to beg. So he says, and remember, they're out on the street and they're singing these songs so people going to work can hear it. He said, all we're asking you, the only thing we're begging you for is please just chant Hare Krishna. That's all we ask. Come with us. Just take the day off. Call in sick. Sanatana Goswami did it. Everyone can try it. Call in sick and say, look, I'm going to go have a spiritual retreat. Come with us. Chant Hare Krishna. It's the only thing we're asking for. We don't want anything else. And finally he says, Dar shakal bipod bhakti vinod bolan jako nom nom gai. Bhaktivinoda wrote the song and he's declaring if you chant these names, then all fear, it will dissipate in your life. No more working out of fear. Work out of joy. Overwhelming feeling that I'm so happy I just want to share it with other people. This is the goal of life. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Vaisesika dia Shobno dia Preche neche Gaurnitaye. Haribo bolo re shikare Haribol, Haribol. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Niche maya boshe jacho beshe kacho habu dubu bai. Habu dubu now, come on, if you're drowning, sing it loud. Haribo bolo re miche maya roshe. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Where's the cowbell? Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobhai. Downbeat. Jiv Krishna Das e Bishwas Koleto ar duko nai. Now here's your chance. I'm a servant of Krishna. No more misery. Haribo bolo re Jiv Krishna Das. Haribo. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Krishna bolbe jabe pulaka hobe jorbi anki bolitai. Coming up, coming up. Get ready now. Krishna bolbe jabe pulaka hobe jorbi anki bolitai. Got to put your hands up now. Get ready. Pulaka habe. One more time. We missed 20% of you. Krishna bolbe jabe pulaka habe jorbi anki bolitai. Krishna bolbe jabe pulaka habe. Hari bol, bolo Krishna bolbe jabe. Radha Krishna bol bol, bolo re shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Radha Krishna bolo shange cholo e matra bhi kah chai. Radha Krishna Hari bol, bolo Radha Krishna bolo. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Jai sakal vipod bhakti vinod bolin jakon om nam gai. Jai sakal vipod. Coming up. Jai sakal vipod bhakti vinod bolin jakon om nam gai. Come on now, give it up for Bhakti Vinod. Bhakti Vinod. One more time. Jai sakal vipod bhakti vinod bolin jakon om nam gai. Jai vinod bolin Hari bol bolo de jai sakal vipod. Hari bol. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Hari ba Hari ba Hari bo Nitai Gauda Hari bo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. And now we're going to take a trip to the Orient. Are you ready to go? We're all getting on a boat together. A beautiful river. And we're going to take with us how many harmoniums or how many madungas? 16 madungas. How many kartals? Beautiful shining kartals we're taking. We're taking a river that's going to go through towns and villages where people have never heard the Hare Krishna mantra. All the way through China, 17 from Ryan. And we'll bring flower garlands. What else are we going to bring? Prasadam. What kind of prasadam? Rasgulla. Come on, give a shout out for your favorite prasadam. Peanut butter burfi. Sandesh, all sweets. It's going to be a fun ride. And we're going to go to all these villages and the people come running out to hear the beauty of the holy name chanted for the first time from those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Are you ready to go? Here we go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, can barely hear you. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody now. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hari Bol. Daya Nitai Chaitanya Bole. Nach Re Amar Man. Daya Nitai Chaitanya Bole. Nach Re Amar Man. Nachri Amarman, Nachri Amarman, Nachri Amarman, Nachri Amarman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachri Amarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachri Amarman. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Hey! Doyam Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Downbeat. Doyam Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Joy auto nai hai, joy auto nai hai, Hemon, joy auto nai hai mar, ke prema demon, Hemon, joy auto nai hai mar, ke prema demon. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Hey! Doyam Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doyam Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadan. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadan. Vichar to nai hai. Vichar to nai hai. Oh, name aparad vichar to nai hai. Oh, name aparad vichar to nai hai. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Takon Krishna Name Ruchi Habe Gucci Bebanan. Takon Krishna Name Ruchi Habe Gucci Bebanan. Anurag to habe hai. Anurag to habe hai. Krishna name anurag to habe hai. Krishna name anurag to habe hai. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli, Nachari Armarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bodhi Nachidar Marman. Akon Anayase Sapalhabe Jivera Jivan. Takon Anayase Sapalhabe Jivera Jivan. Jivanto Michehe. Jivanto Michehe. Krishna Rati Bina Jivanto Michehe. Krishna Rati Bina Jivanto Michehe. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bodhi Nachiri Amama. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bodhi Nachiri Amarman. Nachiri Amarman. Nachiri Amarman. Nachiri Amarman. Nachiri Amarman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bodhi Nachiri Amarman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bodhi Nachiri Amarman. Jai Shri Vrindavane Radha Shame Bhabe Darshan. Jai Shri Vrindavane Radha Shame Bhabe Darshan. Keep going. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda appeared like the sun and the moon simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to wonderfully bestow benediction upon all the people of the world. They brought with them special medicine in the forms of instructions and hymns. Everyone's walking around this world with some song in their heart. Human beings can't live without music. They can't live without flowers. They can't live in a locked room. They want to hear the beautiful sounds of the spiritual world. All the ragas, the musical scales, come originally from the personalities in the spiritual world. Every one of the gopis has their own raga. Every species has its own raga. The world runs on the vibration. And when the vibration of the world becomes degraded, then everyone becomes sad. People become ill. The world looks like a dangerous and lonely place. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda come to bring the highest vibration of the spiritual world to this dark, stone-like world of Toronto. Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtan. But they don't come and sing it for themselves. Yes, they sat in Sri Vas Thakur's house and danced all night long for 1 year. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu opened the door. He said, everyone go out onto the streets and chant this vibration so the song goes into everyone's heart. And what's the first thing that happened? Someone called the cops. Everyone always calls the cops on the Hare Krishnas. You can go to Tokyo, Paris, London, Abu Dhabi. You start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. What is that? Throw them in jail. No chanting of that vibration here in this city until they put them in jail and they keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Then the jail keeper starts chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And they come back in and say, what happened to you? Jailers in here. You're now chanting Hare Krishna. Better let them out. And they go back on the street and chant Hare Krishna. And the vibration spreads all over the world. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked his followers to go door to door. People would open the door and they'd say, do me 3 favors. Chant Krishna, study Krishna's instructions, worship Krishna, and be happy. And what did people do? Some people said, please go away. And they closed the door. And other people said, please come in. And they said, we don't have time to come in. We just want you to do these 3 things and we'll be on our way. And door after door, they met people. And Srila Prabhupada said in his poem while he was sitting in Vrindavan, before he came to America, that people are sitting in their homes and they're looking down the road from their window, forlorn, their chins trembling, and they're wondering, when are Nitai and Gaur going to come and save me? So if you're wondering what everyone's doing at home, they're waiting for Gaur Nitai to come, sing the song that opens the heart and takes us back to the spiritual world. When we went to see Dhameshwara Mahaprabhu about 4 years ago, we had 100 devotees and we sat down and chanted Hare Krishna for an hour. And there were 7 Mayavadi sannyasis watching us. And they didn't move their lips and they didn't dance until we started chanting. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Boli Nachare Armarman. And then they went crazy. All over the world, people are waiting for Nitai and Gaur to come and give that vibration that will lift them out of the darkness of the material world. They can take their ties off, they can relax and start living their lives from the inside out, the joyful sound of the Hare Krishna mantra. So as we spread the Hare Krishna mantra door to door, every person who hears it, street to street, people take it home, the vibration spreads, and gradually every town and village, people will chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And all the people become happy and they say, who brought this mantra to the world? And then someone tells them, it's Lord Gauranga. And then they say, Gaur Kripa Hale, Gaura Kripa Hale, Gaura Kripa Hale, Gaur Kripa Hale, Gaur Kripa Hale, Gaura Kripa Hale, Gaura Kripa Hale, Gaur Kripa Hale, Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli Nachare Armarman, Doya Nitai Chaitanya Boli Nachare Armarman, Nachare Armarman, Nachare Armarman, Nachare Armarman, Nachare Armarman, hey! Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Nitai, Jaya Gaur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Go Premanande, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Shri Harinam Mantra Ki, Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki, Go Premanande. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nach Re Amar Man. Nachri Armarman, Nachri Armarman, Nachri Armarman, Nachri Armarman. Hey! Nachri Armarman, Nachri Armarman. Go Premanande. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Haribo! Tomorrow we're going to go out into Toronto for old time's sake. And we'll go to our favorite places to meet the people of Toronto and just make friends. Because what's a city for if it's not for making friends with all your neighbors? And we'll just bring gifts and we'll give them out plentifully to everybody and let everyone be happy. Thank you everyone for giving your hearts and soul to the process of Kevalananda Kanda, the joyful process given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Each one of you is making a difference in the world by the vibration you're making. And collectively, if we work together all over the world to help spread that vibration and change the song that's in people's hearts, then gradually the world can change too from the inside out. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Radhakir Chor Gopinath, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadraji, if you so desire. Please bless and empower everyone who joined the Kirtan tonight, that they may always have the song Hare Krishna playing in their heart 24 hours a day. May they think of Shri Shri Gaurnitai wherever they go. May there be a dance in their step as they move about the world, happily knowing that the vibration is Krishna himself, it's contact with the spiritual world. And may we all give it to everyone as much as possible to make people happy on the earth planet. Everyone who agrees with this prayer, in whole or in part, please say Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripasindhabhevascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha nandakoti vaishnava.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So if you are transported to the spiritual world tonight, please join me in saying Hare Krishna. So I have a few quick announcements, but let's start by thanking our special guest, and I'm going to do a quick introduction, even though Vaisesika Prabhu doesn't need any introduction for our new guest. So this is His Grace Vaisesika Das, traveling all the way from California, world famous author, spiritual life coach, guru, spiritual master, and helping hundreds and thousands of people like all of us all over the world with spiritual. Sorry? Okay, that's better? So we are eternally grateful to Vaisesika Prabhu for coming to Toronto after almost 3 years. So let's thank Vaisesika Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Prabhu is an author of one of the best-selling books, Our Family Business, and we may request him tonight if he has few minutes to even sign some copies. So if you like to have a copy autographed by Vaisesika Prabhu himself, please contact us. And as well, it's a very special time of the year, and I'm going to quickly call Shah Mohini to tell us what's special this next few days.
So we're very fortunate that it also happens to be only 15 days to this very, very, very special and unique event called the Bhadra Purnima. It is the day, the full moon day in the month of Bhadra, where anybody who gives a Srimad Bhagavatam set, which has been displayed there on the table, to anybody, you get a ticket. Not a parking ticket, like I said last time, but a ticket to the spiritual world. Srimad Bhagavatam is non-different from Sri Krishna. It is the literary incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we can take Srimad Bhagavatam into our lives and transform them with the spiritual potency. So today we are requesting everybody who does not have a Srimad Bhagavatam set to please come forward and take one home. We'd request Vaisesika Prabhu to sign it. Sign the set. We have sets available in all languages you can think of. We have Russian, Spanish, English, Hindi, Gujarati, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi. So any language that you want, we have it. Please don't miss this opportunity. The month of Bhadra and Vaisesika Prabhu. It's not going to come again. Thank you.
For the first person, if you don't have a set of Bhagavatams and you can't afford one, for the first person who makes themselves known, I would like to buy you a Srimad Bhagavatam set right now.
I need a set.
Do you know anybody? Is there anybody like that in this room? You don't have a Bhagavatam set at home? I would like to give you one tonight. Everyone has one? In every room of your house? You don't have one? What is your name? Hajmir? Hajmir. Ajmer. Ajmer Prabhu doesn't have a set of Bhagavatam, so I'm Ajmer. I'd like to gift you a set of Bhagavatams tonight. You can similarly think of anybody you know anywhere in the world and gift a set of Srimad Bhagavatams to somebody as a loving gift, change their hearts, change their houses, change their lives, and also a reminder that a lot of people have a television in every room of their house. That's a bad idea. Better to have a Srimad Bhagavatam in every room of the house. So if somebody already has one, just see if they have one in every room. Hare Krishna.
And we have one English set traveling to Sudbury, Canada tonight. Thank you, Damodar Charan. So, if you like, we have few days. So thank you for that announcement. And last but not the least, would like to thank all the wonderful devotees and volunteers who worked behind the scene to put this festival together. Of course, I can't take all the names, but I'll just acknowledge two teams. The first team led by Param Gauranga Prabhu and his wonderful team, they helped set up this setup here. Haribo! As well as we want to thank the students and teacher of the Bhakti Academy. You can see it's a wonderful initiative program happening in the temple, and they have been very, very helpful to put this show together and provide all support. So let's hear for Bhakti Academy. And last but not the least, no program is complete without spiritual food or prasadam. So thanks to Lalitangi Mataji and team for cooking for all of us tonight. Haribo! And we have lots of programs coming up tomorrow. So Srimad Bhagavatam class in the morning, 7:30, here as well as broadcast live, followed by the Sankirtan outing. As Prabhu mentioned, we'll be coming together and going out as a team downtown to share this knowledge with everybody in Toronto. In the afternoon, we have a lady special Sangha with Her Grace Mother Nirakula Mataji. Please contact Mother Jessica for more details. This is for ladies. And we'll end the evening with Sunday feast here in the temple with Vaisesika Prabhu. So thank you again for your kind attention. Hare Krishna.
Vishaya Shakare Dharma Jivayati. Everybody. Loba Moisu Durmati Take Jeta Katita Shanshare Krishna Borudoya Moy Kori Bare Jihva Jai Shaprashadam Nadi Lobai Shayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nihitai Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Nam Brahmani Vaishnave Sapa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Navijayate Prasade Sarvadukanam Hanirasya Upajayate Prasana Chetaso Yashu Buddhiparya Prajistate Tvayopa Bhukta Shrakyanda Vasalankara Charchitaha Utishta Bojino Dasyas Tavamayam Jaimahi Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasadaki Gaur Premanande Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. For our harmonium player Gopal on the Madanga. For our Kartalis in the front row. The cowbell, for the Wampers, the Hare Krishna singers, the Hare Krishna dancers, everybody in Toronto, all over Canada, all over the world. Go Premanande! Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Please come take prasadam. Haribo.